Now, the Indian Prime Minister is on a two-day state visit to Maldives aimed at strengthening bilateral ties between the two nations. The visit marks a very crucial reset in relations that had been briefly strained following the Maldivian President Mohamed Muizzu's India Out campaign during the 2023 elections. Now, some time back, the Indian Prime Minister and the Maldivian President issued a joint statement where the Indian Prime Minister announced $565 million of credit line for Maldives and has also confirmed that the two sides are working towards finalizing a bilateral investment treaty and a free trade agreement. He said that India and Maldives seek peace and security in the Indian Ocean region.
आपसी निवेश को गति देने के लिए हम शीघ्र ही बायलैटरल इन्वेस्टमेंट ट्रीटी फाइनलाइज करने की दिशा में काम करेंगे। फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट पर भी बातचीत शुरू हो गई है। हिंद महासागर क्षेत्र में शांति, स्थिरता और समृद्धि हमारा साझा लक्ष्य है। कोलंबो सिक्योरिटी कॉन्क्लेव में साथ मिलकर हम रीजनल मैरीटाइम सिक्योरिटी को मजबूत बनाएंगे। क्लाइमेट चेंज हम दोनों के लिए बड़ी चुनौती है। हमने तय किया है कि रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी को बढ़ावा देंगे।
Now, signaling the warmth in the India-Maldives relations, the Maldivian President Mohamed Muizzu received the Indian Prime Minister at the airport personally. The country's foreign, defense and finance ministers were also present to welcome the Indian Prime Minister. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi was also greeted by some very vibrant cultural performances showcasing the rich heritage of Maldives. Now, enthusiastic members of the Indian diaspora also gave the Indian Prime Minister a very rousing and a rapturous welcome, waving the Indian flags, banners and chanting some patriotic slogans. Now, the Indian Prime Minister was then accorded a ceremonial welcome at the Republic Square in Male, which was also joined by the Maldivian President Mohamed Muizzu. Now, the Indian Prime Minister also received a 21-gun salute at the ceremonial welcome in Maldives. Now, later, the Indian Prime Minister and the Maldivian President held a bilateral meeting. Economic and maritime security partnership were, of course, the key focus of discussions. The two sides discussed a whole array of different issues such as renewable energy and even fisheries. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the first foreign leader to be hosted by President Mohamed Muizzu and will be attending the 60th Independence Day celebrations as the guest of honor. Now, talks are expected on strengthening economic and maritime security cooperation between the two nations. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit comes just over a year after President Muizzu had attended the Prime Minister's oath-taking ceremony in the month of June last year. And our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibalis, sent us this report from Maldives. Listen in.
A slew of projects being inaugurated by the Indian Prime Minister and the Maldivian President. India extending its support to Maldives' economy, and the Indian Prime Minister restating that how Maldives is an important partner of India and part of India's neighborhood first and Mahasagar policy. The Maldivian President Muizzu appreciating India's role in helping the country tide through the economic challenges. India has announced a line of credit for Maldives, and also in terms of the support, we know that India has been supporting social housing projects in the country, something that was mentioned during the press statement. But today is just the day one of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Maldives. He will be the guest of honor tomorrow at the Independence Day celebration, something that will be closely watched both here in Maldives and in India. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Sudhan Sibal for WION in Malé, Maldives.